Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uchi as usual, and we're back in your faces for another episode of very genge topic. Well, Chica 100% is there with me again today, and we want to talk about something very that happens.
I try to be available. I try to make myself available. I try.
Something that happens that is a bit weird in the corporate space, and it has to do with recruitment processes. Personally, I find some things quite weird in the sense that someone is applying for a job, and in 2025, the first interview you are inviting the person to is the physical interview. Mm-hmm. Like, what happened to Google Meet? Like, many companies do it now. Like, one of the jobs I got, I had to attend the first interview live. I was a bit skeptical because it tells how innovative your company or the business is. I don't know what you think.
If you ask me, I think any organization inviting you for an interview, they are within their rights on the mode or the particular platform of which they choose to actually bring you up for that interview.
In 2025?
Yes, of course. I mean, it's not just about trying to know where you worked and the rest. There are a lot of things they need to look at, especially physical interviews. They are very key. People want to see your body language.
Yes.
People want to see your mannerism. People want to... There are a lot of things they can pick from meeting you in person. So yes, we thank God for technology. Now interviews could be done, I mean, virtually or physically.
But my point is... Sorry, but my point is, before I come physically, there are some things that should have been said and settled so we're not on the same page. When I show up, it's just my mannerisms you want to now observe or some other things that are physical. But if it's about skills, the way I speak, what I have to offer. I mean, for a first time interview, so that people don't waste people's time. They can just...
like I said, they choose the platform. They know what they're looking out for. I've seen interviews I've heard of an interview where someone came in. What am I saying? I've heard. I've even experienced it. Yeah. Where you were invited for an interview, they gave you a particular time, they kept you, sitting. And nobody attended to you.
Yeah, for like 2 hours. That time you don't know.
Mine. I experienced one that was about 5 hours. I think they attended to me by past 9 in the night.
Physical interview.
So
why did you stay?
I stayed because it's who I am. It's an interview. Of course, I was pissed at some point, but I stayed. I would love to work here. And guess what? They were checking my patience level.
It doesn't make sense
to you. It is not your organization.
No!
It doesn't make sense to you.
No!
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing we're saying. It doesn't make sense to you.
Does the company thrive on people that are not punctual? Because they are portraying themselves as
no. Like I said, it depends on what they're looking at for. Don't get me wrong. There are organizations that we know that yes are just grossly irresponsible. Like that people here are just.
So what would
crazy.
that thing do for them? That time
they know what they are looking out for. I think that particular organization, it's a luxury brand, and it is very important to them, picking people that are really patient, because the kind of customers they're going to deal with are people who are highly impatient. They don't have time to wait. You need to be on top of the game. So that's why I said it depends on the organization. It depends on what they are looking out for. So, I mean, the thing is, if you have been scheduled, whether it is virtually, physically, just come with your A game. Understand?
Sure. But I just feel like for first stage, let's just have a virtual interview. So I will be on the same page. So when I show up, I know
that would be perfect when you start running your own company. You can just tell them. You can tell them how you want it exactly. But I mean, every organization have what they're looking out for. So we need to respect it. So if you have an opportunity, you are called for an interview. Please, whatever it is, if they say it is virtual, just go prepared and ready. Because they know what you think they are looking out for is not what they might be looking at.
But do you know that you can be working and quickly take a break or 2 hours or 3 hours for that interview? But you're going to sit down there. No.
That's why I said it is. They know what they are looking out for. And remember, you are competing amongst others. So I know that, yes, I mean, things are good now. I mean, a lot of people now are even highly, highly impatient. I mean, you talk to people who don't even have jobs and they're telling you exactly how they expect the organization that have been running for years to run. People have different things they look out for when they call you for interview. So you just get ready, go there. Sometimes they might not even talk to you. Sometimes they might delay you. Sometimes they might be hostile just to see your reaction. See if, okay, you are coming in for a sales role and they They are trying to see, can this guy really interact with customers? Like, is he patient enough? Does he have the right words? Does he have the right courage? You know, some people might be very hostile at your interview. And then you leave the interview getting angry that what's wrong with them? Why are they acting? Why are they talking to me like that? No.
I had a very nasty experience late last year. I mean, I was working, but I had to take like a half-day leave, so I didn't work from morning to 12. I had to go for the interview. And I got there, physical interview. Funny enough, I'd had a virtual interview prior to that time. And I got there, first hour, no, I didn't see anybody come to say,
like, welcome address, you're welcome.
Then some people strolled in by 9, then 10, then to 11. The interview was for 8:30. And then I just told them that I have a job, I have to go now because my employer is looking for me or something. They were like, okay, so you can still wait. The interviewers will soon be here and all that. I was wondering what was going on. I'm like, okay, let's do another virtual interview. I've been here, so you have seen me. So let's do another virtual interview. Do you know that another interview was scheduled online? And only for me to show up at the interview, all the recruiters were Gen Zs. And one was asking me, you don't look excited. Like, are you for real? Then I lost it. I actually lost it. I knew I wasn't going to get the job because I lost it at the time. I was like, I got an invite for an interview. I stayed for 3 hours. So I asked them, why should I be excited? And they were like, wow, I know this job, I know we'll get them, but I go first stay on my mind. Do you get? You usually don't find this remorse response from recruiters when they've delayed you or something, when you show up for physical interview. I feel like you're taking advantage of the vulnerability of the person who's looking for a job, personally.
Well, like I said, there are some organizations that are irresponsible, if you ask me.
Actually.
For lack of a better word. But I know there are a lot of them who, if maybe some things go wrong, they apologize. They tell, so I've been to an interview where people were even served lunch. They were like, they serve people were eating, and that too, some people, if they need to grade, some people could actually be interviewed based on that alone. For me, once you have an opportunity to go for an interview, I think you should just put your A game. Just go there, be patient, get ready to do what needs to be done. You might be stretched a little. It's all part of it. It happens.
Yeah. So on that end, for me, I feel like having virtual interviews first is a security measure, at least for me. I can know that this people exist. There are many companies that are existing that you don't even know. Different locations that. When I was working a quick check, mentioned their name. I didn't know that there's a company here. It was the residential place in Ikoyi. So when I was going in, literally I was scared. I didn't have a virtual interview. I went for the first time physical. I was literally scared. If I had a virtual interview, probably I would have said, okay.
No, but that's where some form of intelligence would come, of course. I mean, a reputable company that you can see online will not take you to a place that is abandoned, of course. So I know that you need to be security conscious. But I don't think you would find yourself in that kind. You need to check your environment. Know where you're going to, basically.
Another thing I'd like us to jump on is, so for people who take on virtual interviews, I find it absurd when you ask an interviewee to put on their camera and your own is off, and you're saying, "Let us see your face." You think the person you are interviewing doesn't want to see your own face? Because I caught you that day.
So what's the question?
You put in the person's face.
What's the question?
So it's weird that I'm speaking with a couple of people. My video is on, but I can't see them. I don't know. It feels somehow. If I'm interviewing for a role, and they're asking me to put on your camera so I can see your face, and the interviewer's cameras are not on.
Okay.
It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm not sure. I'm thinking so. I don't understand the rationale behind that. Everybody can have an open camera, or everybody has to have a closed camera.
Like I said, like how many times? Okay, what I'm trying to say is this. They are within their rights. You're the one who is being interviewed.
Who defines this right? Go.
So just tell me, whosoever called you for the interview calls the shots. Do you want to go and tell them, I'm sorry, people?
Actually, no.
It's not bad too, and it also depends on how you said it. So some people could get the joke and go with the flow. Some go like, I don't understand. You said put on your camera. We choose not to put on our camera.
Right.
So don't just put yourself. Just be open-minded. Whatever it is you see, just know that the people calling you are looking at different things, basically.
Also, another thing is, in an interview for a job, there's a way the interviewers, those are employees of the company you're interviewing to join now, there's a way they communicate with each other. It will give you a sign. I was interviewing for a job, same last year, and then I asked a question. One of the legal persons that was interviewing, was in the panel, was like, we don't do that here, we don't do that here.
You don't clear you straight. You don't clear you now. We don't do that.
Now, no guesses. I still go take the job because honestly, I felt a bit off when she did that. Like, you don't even know me. I could be a spy for all you care.
You don't need to know you. We don't do that here now. You know they get the money.
So when I got on the job, I now realized that this is someone who has extreme anger management issues. Someone who could actually.
But what did you do?
So, they asked me for my questions if I have any questions. So I was like, okay, so how soon in the month are salaries paid? And she said, well, we don't have to tell you. And I told her, but where I currently work, it was stated in my offer that between 24th and 25th of the month will be paid. She said, no, we don't do that here, we don't do that here. I'm like, what be this one? No, she actually gets exactly. So I also think that people who are looking to join a role, observe the communication style between people who are interviewing you, even if it's physical or there are some interviews you join in physically. Everybody's like they're working in the test.
Yeah, that's the word. You know, at interviews, the same way you are being interviewed, we know that quite alright, but you're also interviewing them.
Yeah.
Meaning that during the interview, you're also checking.
Are they worth it?
Can I work with these guys? So it's not one-sided. So my point is, when you're being called up for an interview, the fact that yes, you are the one you're the one facing the panel.
Yeah.
Also have in mind that you're also checking them out. You're also interviewing them. So if you feel the energy here is not right, you have every right to say. You know, I've been to an interview where, of course, I was called. I think it was supposed to be 8 a.m. and you know, based on standard, I was there. I think 7 o'clock. So I was sitting waiting. One of the things I noticed was nobody there was smiling.
Hey!
People were walking. People walking, and I was just sitting. No, there was nobody that was. Nobody was excited.
Nobody was saying hi.
Everybody was tense. Everybody had a strong face. Everybody. And guess what? When it was my turn to, when they was like, do I have any questions? I said, yeah, I have a question. After asking about that, I said, I noticed something. I just noticed people here don't smile. Like, people are not happy. Is there a reason why? And you could see everywhere was
cold. That's your message right there.
Of course, I just said people are not, and I said it in good faith. I didn't even mean to, be sarcastic. I just noticed people are not happy. You know, and it drove a very strong point. So, and I'm sure after that interview, of course, because they called me back, but I couldn't go because I wasn't even interested.
You won't.
So, but they had that conversation. Like, why would the man said? So I think what he was trying to say was. They liked my confidence and I was able to ask some questions.
Of course.
But it made them still, they will have to go back to have conversations about what goes on, and they were excited about it, that this is the kind of person, but I wasn't interested. So understand it. When you go for interviews, they are checking you out, they're trying to be sure you're good for what
I've had a bad
you are within your rights to also check the energy in the room. Be sure these are the kind of people you also want to work with. Especially their culture, try to understand it, see the way they interact with each other, see the way the questions that come in. Just check. Ask questions that would, make people. Don't ask closed-end questions. Ask open questions that will get them to talk.
Yeah, I'll trigger conversations.
Then you can actually see to know if these guys are in the same headspace with you.
So another thing is, in Nigeria, because that's where we are now, do you think that there are still job scarcity the way people used to complain before now? Like, is this still a thing now?
I've never been in that school of thought that there are no jobs.
Hey!
I've never.
Honestly.
Like, seriously, I'm not even trying to be sure. I've never been of the school of thought that there are no jobs. Never. Not
are you sure it's not because of your field? I mean, everybody wants to sell.
I say I have never. It's a mindset. I have never, for once, felt there are no jobs.
There are no jobs.
I've never thought that way, and it has always worked. That when I need, I get it. It's there. The thing is, there are jobs out there, but how many people are prepared? How many people are trained enough for those roles that they are applying for? No job. But by the time it comes in and you sit, for an interview, how prepared are you? Like, how prepared are you for this thing you're trying to apply for? How strong are you? how skilled are you in that particular sector. So
what do you even know?
What do you know? So basically, most times this opportunity, I mean, go on LinkedIn, you see a lot of them. Now then they find you.
Not them.
You see a lot of them. They are looking for you, but you know, most of the time. And another thing again, I won't really blame a lot of people. A lot of people don't really have information. You know, they don't really know how to go about it. And the painful part is people don't ask questions. People are not open enough to say, okay, how do we go about this? Where can I find resources and stuff? You know, so, and of course, like I said, the mindset is key. Who you listen to, what you listen to. In fact, there was a time I left a particular company at the time because of the fact that the boss said to me
that there are no jobs.
There are no jobs out there. I just said,
it's a mind game now.
Is this one sleeping? Are you sleeping on the things? There are no jobs. Are you they pay everybody where they just load?
I used to see that any employer that threatens their employees with there are no jobs out there. If you live here now,
but it's a Nigerian thing.
It is.
It's a Nigerian thing.
Like that your employer is not informed. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's not informed.
It's a Nigerian thing. It's a Nigerian thing. Most times they say that to put you in a box.
The box.
They say that to scare you.
Yes.
They say that to make you
to cover you.
Yeah, so that you feel like there's nothing there. Somebody give me a whole and tied to things like that.
I know.
But nah, just keep developing yourself, keep improving, and I mean.
Just especially in the news, we've had like a demarketing of the
high unemployment rate.
Hey, we've had that because my dad used to buy newspapers every Sunday. So we read. He used to give us the page. There's one inside for fashion. He gives down to me, and the one for business he gives my brother. But we'll not exchange later on. You'll be seeing unemployment rates, everything. So growing up, we kind of grew up with that kind of mindset.
But another thing again is, I think we also need to get out of that looking for job mentality and creating jobs. In fact, I'm at a point where, I was kind of angry with our system because our system just prepares you to hunt. While some other places prepare you to create.
But we cannot take out the fact that if any of us create jobs, who will do the job?
No. But if you have a system that prepare people to create, of course there will be people who work with you. But you have more people who are thinking of how to solve problems. You know, in Nigeria we don't have enough people thinking of how to solve problems. The average person in Nigeria is going to school so that he can do well and then be able to get a good job, you know, to be able to take care of. And everybody's just in a particular setting.
But on the second thought, I think that everyone who is taking up a job should have the mindset of, I'm rendering a service, I'm doing a business to this company, they're paying me for it. I think if you come up with that, if you live with that kind of mindset, you're a bit more confident, you learn more, you grow more.
No, but you can't even be confident when you're not developed, when you've not really worked on yourself. Because they're going in front of people who are going to test what you say you know, what you think you know, and what you say.
What do you think young job seekers can do to get practical things now, to get an edge? Like, we know the normal...
What is the normal stuff?
Prepare for the interview, take courses. I don't know. I just feel like there can be more practical things that you can do. I'll speak for people in the creative space that are looking to get a proper career in it. If you are into soft skills for creative, people who are creative now, you churn out visuals. I think you should get a link that has all your works together. I was speaking to a 23-year-old graphic designer, and also he was also into little video editing. I'm like, okay, let me see your CV. I saw it. Like, do you have any portfolio? He said I can share the links of the ones I've done. I said, you don't have like a compilation of what you've done.
One link that
has everything. Like,
so it boils down to information. That was why I said a lot of time, most people most of the time don't go out to really seek information on how they can be better or how they can present what it is that they stand for in a more professional way. So like what you mentioned now, it's a very strong concept, where you can have a link that has a catalog of all your works and everything that you've done or something. So I think that works. But
we hope you took one or two things from today's episode, and please get subscribed to this channel.
I don't tire. Sleep.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click on the notification button just in case we have another video that might interest you. Peace out.